Welcome back to Fabio's Fabulous Review. I am Fabio, and today we'll be speaking on the 6.3 cubic feet smart slide-in induction range with Flex Duo with a smart dial and air fryer in the color of stainless steel. So visually, the most stunning feature about the slide-in range is the dual oven. So what does that mean? It means you can cook two items at the same time. Now, again, there's going to be some restrictions, and I'll mention about it later. The other visually stunning thing about this oven is the smart dial. As you've seen in my previous videos, the smart dial is one of the main features that Samsung is using on their products. With the smart dial here, you can change from convection cooking to roast to air fry. Now, another feature that this range has is the induction style of cooking. It's completely different from your cooktop or your gas stop, which I'll be mentioning shortly. Again, these are the three main features that you'll notice on this Samsung induction range with Flex Duo, Smart Dial, and yes, it does have an air fry, which I'll mention shortly. As you can tell from this range, there's a total of 4 burners. Now, we start off with the front left burner. It's an induction burner of 7 inches. It goes from 1800 watts to 2300 watts, which will be the turn knob all the way up to 9, and it says boost. The same thing goes for the left rear burner. It's an induction 7 inch, 1800 watts to 2300 watts. Now, if you go to the right rear, that cooktop burner is an induction 6 inch, and it goes from 1200 watts to the boost of 2000 watts. The final range, which is the right front one, that is an induction 11 inch, but that starts at 2400 watts, which boosts all the way up to the 4200 watts. Now, that's the only one has that virtual flame, which is LED lights around the rim, as you can see, and that's only really visible when you utilize like stainless steel cooktops, which will reflect from the LED lights on the cooktop. Now, the benefits of having an induction cooktop: it heats up your food twice as fast, especially when boiling water. It's more responsive because it knows you have to put an induction cookware top on top of it. If not, it will not turn on, which is a great safety feature for those little kids that like to turn the knobs on stuff, and I'll show you shortly. And as soon as it cools down, you can start cleaning it down, and it's more energy efficient. What I want to show you now is how cool the burners are even when you turn it on. And as you can see there from the thermometer that I put there, it's at a regular temperature. It's not even hot. I still don't understand why it reads so hot, but it's really cold. So if you put your hand there, you don't have to worry about burning it because it only activates with the actual convection cookware. And just like any regular cooktop, it will get hot when you're cooking your food, so do not place your hand on the burner after removing the cookware. What I'd like to show you now is the available options of cooking. As you can see, it has conventional bake, dehydrate, bread proof, keep warm, air fry, which I'll discuss shortly. We have the broil, conventional roast, and regular bake. Now, you also have in the menu options like the timer. We have the self-cleaning, which I highly recommend. It cleans so good with no products that you have to put on it. Just itself, it'll erase any drippings from fat. You also have your regular set date and time, but you can use your SmartThings app, which I'll explain later. And for those of you who celebrate Sabbath, that's an option that's available too. Moving on to the dual flex oven. Now, you have the option of using the top part of the oven, which is just a little button on the handle that you can open up the top part, and without pressing the button, you can open up both of the oven. As a reminder, when it is fully opened, it is 6.3 cubic feet of space to be utilized. Now, the light can be turned on obviously when you open up the oven, or it can be done manually with one of the menu features. Now, the sliding rack is a great use because you don't have to put your whole entire arm or hands inside to remove the actual cooking item you have there. Now I want to show you the procedure that I'm doing at this moment. I'm going to be baking a pasta dish, and it's simple. You just obviously put it in the sliding rack. I'm utilizing the thermometer probe right there. Sometimes it's going to get kind of hot when you put your hand inside there. I recommend using oven mitts. Push the rack back, close it, and then the display will tell you that you have a thermometer there, so you're going to have to set that up. And when you're done, all you have to do is just press the smart dial, and the rest is it. We finally arrived to the air fry feature of this Samsung induction range. It does come included with an air fry tray. Now, the advantages is it's for healthier cooking. Now, there's a disadvantage to this feature in this Samsung range. It's only available with the dual oven open, not the single one. For some reason, that feature is not available. I'm honestly disappointed that you can't use the air fryer nor the sliding rack on the single oven on the top. It's only available with the full oven open. And again, if you notice in one of these pictures, there is a heat plate that goes in between both the top oven and the bottom oven, and that needs to be utilized for you to use both ovens at the same time. Without that heat plate, neither one will work correctly. It'll only work with the full oven open. Now we finally get to the SmartThings app. It is pretty cool to use. You know, you can use it with any of your home automated systems, which is, Google Voice, Alexa, Bixby. And simply by saying if you want to preheat your oven, it'll start preheating your oven. There is a safety feature that you got to verify with your home automated system that it may keep it from turning on. Now, this feature I want to show you here is from the SmartThings app. When it's on the range, you can see which ones are on and which ones are off. Additionally, as you can see, it will tell you while it's preheating the temperature before it gets to its target temperature. So as you can see there, it keeps on going up, and it'll eventually reach its temperature and advise you via a notice on your app or audible chime from your range. Samsung also guarantee a ready to fit in a 30-inch freestanding range cutout. Now this is because the actual width of the range is 29 and 15 and 16-inch wide. Now it does have a height of 36 inches, but that can be adjusted by the turning of the legs. Now you also have accessories that you can buy, which are backsplashes that are 4 inches to 9 inches in height, and those are approximately in the range of $200 each. And you also have a trim kit pieces that are good to cover some gaps that goes for about $100. Now the final thing I should mention is the storage drawer on the bottom. The storage drawer is just that. It stores whatever you want to store down there. It also recommends to store the heat plate that I had mentioned. It fits perfectly under there, and you can store it there and not worry about where to put it. And again, that's about the only purpose for a storage drawer. Again, I store there my oven mitts, and I'll store some trays like the pizza trays or the air fry tray down there. Now, my rating for this 6.3 cubic feet smart sliding induction range with flex dual smart dial and air fryer in the stainless steel edition is a 4 out of 5. Now, why a 4 out of 5? Again, you do have to buy new cookware. That is one of the main things. I was a house that had these Teflon cookwares, and it was great, but I had to buy a whole new set of induction range cookware top for this to work. Again, it's a great benefit. I would highly recommend it if you really want to try something new. Now, the other reason why a 4 out of 5, I would say, is the limitations to the dual oven. Again, I had mentioned before, there are some limitations to the utilizing of the air fryer, the thermometer, and the sliding rack. Overall, it's a great product. It's really cool to have in my house. It does have only 4 burners, but I always was a person that had 5 burners, and it really doesn't make a difference. Usually, my 5th burner was something that was called a warmer. So, thank you very much, everyone. I hope you like, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Be safe.